Yeah, what's going on, everybody? This is my first career mode video. This is the fights to get into the house, and I didn't really do a creation video of the guy because everybody does that, and it's not. I could have, but I didn't really feel like it, so I didn't. I just want to jump right into it. I want to make this quick. I don't want it to drag on. Some people make like a video to get into it, then they do a creation video, then they do this and they do that, and then they finally get to their first fight or first game or whatever game it is. But this is my guy that I make in all the games. His name is Bobby Bilkington. He's a character that I use in all my games from 2K to MLB and all the other games. I don't really make any other videos, so you wouldn't know. But yeah, so this is my guy. I made him I was thinking about making him a boxer because it's kind of, in this game I feel like that's what I'm going to be doing the most. But at the same time, I didn't really want to have him suffer on the ground as I get better on the ground. So I made him a mixed martial artist. As plain as that, I want him to be well-rounded in all assets of MMA. Because in this game, I feel like the way I fight is I stand and I force my opponent to try to take me down, and then at that point, go for submissions. If I'm in guard, if I'm in his guard or they're in my guard, whatever. If they take me down, then I'll go for the submission. So that's how I'm gonna be doing this. My guy's gonna have quick hands. He's gonna be just well-rounded. I mean, I don't think there's any spots in which my guy's gonna be bad. But if I were to go with a wrestler or a boxer, then the submission caps, or I didn't really have time to look at the caps, but like a boxer probably has submission caps because a boxer's not going to be the best at submissions and stuff like that. So this fight was kind of hard, to be honest. It took me 3 times. This recorder right here was my 3rd attempt at beating the guy, and I found out that those knees really do work, and they knocked them down. I don't know why. This fight seemed really awkward. Like I couldn't rock him with any head punches or kicks. I couldn't do anything to his head, so the guy must have a really good head, a good chin or whatever. I don't know, but I feel like the body was open, so got some good body shots in there. And he would like randomly clip me, with one punch that wasn't even a good punch or anything, and I'd get rocked. This first fight did seem kind of weird, but it was just a rolling fest. I'd flip him over. I'm still getting used to the whole defense on the ground. It's kind of hard to tell which way they go. I'm pretty good at staying in guard and knowing which way they're going, but in like half guard, I can't tell you which way that the person's trying to go, left or right. So I just try not to let them stand it up. So that's that. But the end of the first round came, and I believe because I knocked him down that I won that round. So at this point, I was thinking, okay, I won that round. I'm probably going to, maybe knock him down one more time in this round, or just land more strikes, take him down a few times, and I'm just gonna cruise to a decision win. Because the way this fight felt so awkward that I didn't feel like a finish was, because my guy's so slow. This was before adding any attributes, obviously, because this is my first fight. So, like, the punches I was throwing were just so slow. And I'm a middleweight. I forgot to mention that. I am a middleweight because I think, obviously, even back to EA MMA, middleweight was my favorite. Back then, that was literally the middleweight. It was in between. But now it's kind of, up near the top. But I do like the heavyweights and the light heavyweights, but I feel like middleweight they've got more of like welterweight speed in a way, but they also have that light heavyweight power. So middleweight's my favorite weight class of all time. Of all time. What am I saying? But in the UFC, middleweight now I don't know if I'd say welterweight's probably my new favorite. I was either gonna go welter or middle, but I mean, welter is probably my favorite weight class. With so many favorite, I have so many favorite fighters in that weight class. I mean, from Nick Diaz to Robbie Lawler to Johnny Hendricks to Damian Maia to all my favorite fighters are in the welterweight division now. And the funny because Damian Maia was a middleweight, and I kind of liked him. He wasn't performing too well, so he goes down to welterweight, and I see his first fight at welterweight where he just like slams Young Hyun Kim, and somehow I don't know what happened, but the fight got stopped, and I was just like, oh my god, this guy is coming down from middleweight and gonna dominate, and he's done pretty good so far. I'm not sure if he's lost. I think he did lose one fight at welterweight, by decision, because his striking still isn't where it should be. I mean, he's 36, 37 years old. Not like he's has much time to improve. I mean, he's got a few years depending on how long he fights for. I say he's got another 2 years in him, 2 3 years. But these days, fighters are fighting till like Dan Henderson to 43, 44 years old. So, we'll see about that. But I don't know how I got off on that rant. But back to the game. I can't talk right now, but right there is where I get a nice rock. I finally hit him in the head, and I'm just raining bows, and I finally finished the fight. And with 30 seconds left, I was happy because I was like, oh, I didn't want it to go to decision because that just isn't the way to do it. Especially getting into the house, you even watch The Ultimate Fighter, and you're like, the people who win by decision to get in the house, you're like, wow, that's great. Now you got to prove yourself, and then they get into the house, and then they get like this season of The Ultimate Fighter. It's terrible. There's decisions every fight, and it's just ridiculous. So that's that. More videos to come soon, real soon, sooner than you think. I'll be doing, with this game just coming out. I'm gonna be busting the videos out. I'll be trying to do at least one a day, maybe even two. So, till next time, Westside MMA out.